Hey guys, it's Bill from Linden, Tennessee. So I made a little bit of progress on the little Volkswagen. I fixed the leak on the cam seal there. I don't think whenever I got the new head there was a cam seal sort of sitting there on the snoot of the cam, and it just needed to be sort of installed. And I think I did. I just assumed that was like a new one. They gave me a solid and they gave me a new seal. No, that was the old one. That was the first problem. And then the second problem was they hadn't even tightened these two, the two cam journal bolts down. So they hadn't even tightened those. So, I mean, it was just going to leak, and it did. But I put a new seal on there and tightened those bolts down, and that fixed that problem. I do have one small coolant leak coming from somewhere. Don't know where, but I took all this mess apart in the front, and the little intermediate pulley, down there, it was crooked. Like it was not tightened down on there straight. So I think that has fixed my tracking problem. It still tracks a little bit too far engineward. I would rather it track more in the middle, but the top sprocket seems to be tracking much better, and it's not chewing up the side of the belt anymore, so that's good. I actually got it out and drove it around a little bit, drove it up and down the road. Brakes work, and it could probably use some new shocks, duh. So that'll be on the list of things to do, is new shocks. And but yeah, the alternator works now. I think my belts just wasn't tight enough, just didn't have it tight enough. That might be it. What else? I don't know. So I drove it around a little bit, and then I drove into the garage here just to sort of park it and let it idle for a while, and it kind of spit and sputtered and died. I think my idle speed might be a little too low, so that's just loosening up this nut and tightening that in a little bit. And yeah, it drives good. First gear is kind of hard to find. I put a all new shift linkage bushings and stuff in it, but it's kind of hard to find first, and you're supposed to have to push down on the shifter and then left and forward to put in reverse, but you don't have to push down. So finding first and reverse is difficult to get first without accidentally hitting reverse, but I think that'll just be a feel thing over time. Yeah, and I think as far as a little coolant leak, I'm just gonna let it go for a while. And one thing I still got these little hoses. One of them still leaks. The little return lines from the injectors, it still leaks. I don't know how to fix that. I need to find like little metal clips or something. I'm not sure how to do that, how to fix that. But what else? I don't know. Otherwise, it works good. The heater works for sure. The system is the coolant system is pressurized, and there's no leak on the inside, so the heater core doesn't leak, so that's good. Yeah, overall I'd say we're doing pretty good here. Once this cools down a little bit, I'll check the coolant, because when I took this thing apart, there was like oil and gook in it from the previous head gasket that was leaking. So I'll kind of look at that coolant and see if it looks, well, it will. It's going to probably be kind of nasty. I probably should have just put like water with a little bit of antifreeze instead of a 50-50, because I'm probably going to have to drain that out and replace it with new. But we'll see. That's down the road. For the time being, I'm real happy with how it's going. I'm going to leave the little belt protector off the side here, just so I can keep an eye on that belt. It's not hurting anybody being off. And so yeah, so pretty good day. I'm going to let this rest for a little while and move on to other projects. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.